Alright, so this is Zach again. Instead of showing just a collection of tricks with balisong, I'm going to show just two simple openings. How to go from having the knife in a normal foregrip type position to having it with the blade open in a normal cutting type grip. Alright, and then how to close it so that it ends up back in a foregrip closed. There's two really easy ways to do it. The easiest way is called the vertical, and the second easiest way is called the horizontal, or the horizontal flip, or something like that. But I actually taught myself the horizontal before I learned the vertical, so I don't know if saying the vertical is the easiest is actually accurate, because for me it seemed like the horizontal was easier, but I'll let you decide. So here goes. First things first, you're going to start always, when you're a beginner, holding the safe handle, the handle without the latch, because no matter how it opens, it's not going to cut you. The blade can't hit you. So the handle with the latch is the dangerous handle. Alright, so we're going to start, and basically we're going to do the vertical first. So you start sort of holding the knife, whoops, like so, and you're mainly pinching with your thumb and your fingers the safe handle. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically turn our palm up and flick the handle open downward, so our knife is in this vertical position. Okay, and as we flick it downward, we're going to then spin our grip around the safe handle and then flip the whole thing downward again. Okay, so you end up with the handle, the bite handle and the blade are down here. Then you just flip right back up, and the bite handle flips into your hand and you catch it, and then you're in a very standard cutting type grip, like opening a box or doing surgery or whatever. So, and then the exact opposite is you turn your palm up and flip it open, again vertically. So you flip the bite handle out of your hand downward, then you spin your grip around it, sort of let it rotate in your hand, flip it down again. Okay, so now the bite handle's down here, but the blade's about halfway, and then you flip the whole thing back up. Alright, so when you do it a little bit faster, it looks like down, down, up, down, down, up. Alright, and the horizontal is pretty much the same thing, but instead of vertical like this, right, you're going to try and do it more horizontally, and instead of doing it in these really rough three-step motions, it gets a little bit smoother, kind of like what you just saw there. So the horizontal ends up looking like this. It's very clean and rounded when you get the hang of it. Okay, so to do the horizontal, you're basically going to do the same concept of every step. So you start, right, and you flip the handle out this way. So instead of vertical like I was showing you before, it's more horizontal. Alright, and it hits your hand in roughly the same spot as if you were doing the vertical. Okay, so going backwards, you flip this out and it hits here. Alright, then you're going to again let it, instead of spinning your hand, you're going to let it spin in your hand, and it's going to want to go down. Okay, and then you're just going to kind of use your hand to flick it out the same direction again. For me, this is to my right, or away from my body, which is how I feel comfortable doing it. Okay, you end up again at almost the same position as the vertical, like this, but it's horizontal. Okay, and then you flick the handle back in your hand again, and it's, like I said, the same, almost the same ending grip as the vertical. But when you get the hang of it, instead of going like this, stopping, twisting, flip, flip back, what happens is you basically start the twist before the handle hits you. So it starts to twist, and then you start to flick it at the same time. It goes back that way again, and then it doesn't really even hit your hand necessarily sometimes before you're already flicking it back. So you get this very rounded type move. Okay, which is kind of what makes it look cool. It looks like that. Alright, and it's also what makes it fast, which is kind of the whole point. If you're in a self-defense type scenario, you want to be able to open the knife really fast. You don't necessarily need to close it fast, sometimes maybe, but really the idea is somewhat intimidation, somewhat readiness. So, bam, knife's ready. Okay, that was a little sloppy, but you get the idea. So, recap, vertical, flip down, twist and flip down, flip back up in your hand. Okay, and then the same thing in reverse, excuse me, closes it. Okay, and then the horizontal, nearly the same thing, but horizontally. Okay, so you go open, pivot, open, flick back. Open, pivot, open, flick back. Okay, so that's it. That's the vertical and the horizontal. Pick whichever one you feel more comfortable with, and that can be your first trick or opening for your butterfly knife or your balisong. Okay? So again, this is Zach, and thanks for watching.